Today we are delighted to be joined by Rangana Ariyadasa, an accomplished Sri Lankan dancer and cultural educator who's recently made Melbourne her new home. As the daughter of renowned Sri Lankan artist Padmini Danayaka, she has grown up with the rich traditions of Sri Lankan arts and culture. Rangana is now preparing to launch her own dance academy in which both children and adults can learn and appreciate Sri Lankan dance. We are so pleased to be joined by Rangana today as she discusses her journey, passion for dance and her exciting future plans. Thank you so much for joining us, Rangana.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Of course. Now, what cultural values and life skills do you hope your students will gain from your classes, and how important do you believe is it for Sri Lankan families who are living abroad to preserve and pass on their cultural traditions through dance or through other forms?
Dancing itself keeps a child occupied. And especially for a girl, it's a disciplined type of a dance. When it comes even with the costumes, because our costume is fully covered. There's no revealing in our tradition. Even the practice costume, it's all covered. So you don't reveal your body, but you give your senses, you give your thoughts, you give your expressions through your face, your eyes, your fingers, the entire body is involved. So that helps the child, because after coming from school, coming to a dance class and getting involved with the teacher, especially with the teacher. Before I give this subject to a child, I need to get to know the child well. I'm just not giving the dance style, but I give with the ethics, with the discipline, with the morals. Along with that, I give them the art, so that automatically they get the art with the morals and with the ethics.
Yeah, it sounds like you really pride yourself on building a relationship with the student first before then teaching them,
Yes.
which I think is very important.
Yeah, that's very important, because a relationship between a child and the teacher is very important.
Absolutely.
Because the child has to like the teacher first. She has to get to know me, and then only she will get into the subject without her knowledge. And you must never force a child, because whenever a child comes to my class, I always ask them, are you ready to dance today? If a child says, no, I feel lazy, okay, then just sit with me and then just have a chat. You don't have to dance today. But after some time, she gets that inspiration. And she said, okay, teacher, I'm ready to dance. So that's what I want my students. I don't just give them now, okay, now come and start dancing. That's not the way to approach a child. First, as I told you, they need to like the teacher first.
Absolutely. How wonderful. So when and where will the classes commence, and how can interested families or students register for your classes?
Yeah, the thing is, now I have been advertising my classes, so it will be during the weekdays. For the time being, it's only Thursdays and Fridays that I intend to start my classes, and it will be in Clayton, in Clarinda, and very close to Clarinda, because I haven't started up the venues still, but they can always call me, and I can give you my mobile number. It's 0466 739 20. I can repeat the number again, 0466 739 20. So whoever who is interested can talk to me, and then I'll be able to give their venues according to their respective areas that they live. For the time being, it's only during the weekdays, that's on Thursday and Friday, and Saturday and Sunday during the morning hours.
Okay, wonderful. Now, finally, what is your vision for the Dance Academy, and what message would you like to share with parents, young people, and anyone who's considering joining your classes?
Because actually I don't have an age category. It's even the parents, even the mothers can too join with the children, and they'll be getting not only the practical part of Bharatanatyam, they'll be getting the theoretical forms of Bharatanatyam, and then and about the knowledge of the instruments that we use. And along with Bharatanatyam, I would like to introduce a creative dance forms based on the subject, based on the fundamentals, based on the foundation. I would like to create it. It's called the creativity. It's the creative with the base. With Bharatanatyam, you can do creative dancing. So I intend to teach the students the Bharatanatyam part. Of course, there can be professionals who need to learn Bharatanatyam. So that's a different category. There can be students who just come for leisure. So for leisure, I always teach them, but they'll be getting the same thing. But when you feel like you need to become a professional dancer, that teaching method is different. So, and even mothers, for their stress release, they can always come to the class. It's not that I'm going to teach them Bharatanatyam. I'm going to teach them the rhythmic patterns of the body, and how important is to have the mind into one the mind to come into one stand, right? And then basic exercises like yoga, and those are the types that I intend to teach. But as I told you, professionally, if someone is interested in professionally, they can be under me for a period of 5 years. That depends upon the talent of the child. If the child is extremely talented, I can finish off the course within 1.5 years, and they can do a show called Arangetram. Arangetram is a maiden performance of a child. That is called the debut of a child. So she can complete the Arangetram. Even after the Arangetram, she can always come and dance. So I intend to have Arangetram because I have done 96 Arangetrams in Sri Lanka. So I want to conduct Arangetrams even in Australia, because that's a very that's where the parents get to know the child's capacity and the talent that she had with the teacher for the period of 5 years. Because the parents will not know what their children are learning from the teacher. So that is where the teacher gets an exposure and the child gets the exposure, saying that this is what I have gained from Bharatanatyam from this particular teacher. So that's my motive.
Well, thank you so much, Rangana, for talking to us about your passion for dance and, of course, what your plans are. I'm sure we'll have many people that are interested, and I'm sure they're going to have a great teacher.
Yes, thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Of course.
And I would like to thank Channel 31 for giving me this opportunity, and hope to see all of you all in Melbourne.
Thank you so much, Rangana. So if anyone is interested in joining Rangana's classes, please contact her, and she will be a great teacher for you. But otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be right back with you shortly.